The procedure that I have done is the dental bridge on my lower teeth. I chose Gordon Dental due to the wonderful reviews that I have read online. I definitely was a person who tried to research as much as I could before the procedure or before I decided to have such a procedure. So when I was researching different dental places, specifically that focused on implants and surgeries, I definitely wanted to make sure that they had a good reputation in the community. And what made me choose Gordon Dental is because I saw that the reviews from people were specifically talking about the high level of service, which just made me so much more comfortable to pick them. So that was definitely, definitely contributed to me coming here. The things that were holding me back, I would say the most, or the first one, was definitely fear. So I guess just to kind of explain, I had a lower tooth gap that was actually quite, the gap was not just a small gap, it was pretty evident. I tried it, like I said, this was something, that started maybe 10 years ago. And when I started really paying attention and feeling comfortable with my lower tooth gap and starting to look for options, I was still fearful of the process. I didn't know exactly what that entailed. I didn't know how many years would I have to work on, or what to do. I think fear was definitely number one because, I think a lot of people are just fearful to go to the doctors or dental, when thinking about surgeries or big changes. So that was definitely probably the one thing that held me back. Of course, there's also the financial aspect. It is something that it's not an overnight procedure. I realized that it would be a commitment. Those things were definitely overwhelming at first, and those were the things that probably kept me behind, or the reason why I didn't do that earlier in my life. So the process of how it all started, it was an interesting because like I said, fear was one of the things that kind of hold me back. So for about 2 years, I was researching different alternatives in terms of what kind of procedures I could have done and what that would look like. So when I discovered Gordon Dental, like what I said before, through the wonderful reviews, I made an appointment, just thinking, okay, I'll just go and check it out and see what they recommend. And I met with a wonderful lady that, I felt that she heard me. I felt that she really understood my fears as well. I was very upfront with her that I did have a little bit of a fear of pain, or just generally speaking of the whole procedure, what that would entail like. And what I feel so grateful is that she was just so good about customizing a plan for me and going through all the steps and just making sure to ease my mind, to give me some peace of mind that, okay, this is not an overnight thing. This is a journey. This is a 1-year commitment. There are going to be different parts to this work. But the way she explained things, the way she put the plan together, just made me feel at ease with my decision. Everyone was just so nice. The staff, everyone just made me feel just like a part of their family. And I think that in itself took away even the fears. They heard me. It's not like they pretended, it's not going to be, they understood that I was someone who might be a little bit scared, but they just made me feel so at ease. I mean, I was telling my friends, I went to a dental surgery, but I actually felt like I was in a spa. And that's kind of crazy. But that's how they made me feel. They made me feel that they're taking such good care of me. I could see already results from those first appointments, and just everyone was just unbelievably nice, helpful. Of course, the doctors were very knowledgeable, and it was just a wonderful process from the get-go until the end. The things that I would tell other people that would consider this type of procedures is just to make the first step. I feel like they would get such a clarity, and they will get so much just motivation to go through this process. And what's the worst that can happen after the first consultation? If they don't think that that's the right step, that's okay. They could wait but just go do that first consultation. I feel like things will just be so much better for them instead of just waiting and then piling on that fear or those overwhelming thoughts. So I think that would be just make that first appointment. I would recommend Gordon Dental. Obviously, the work speaks for itself. That is something that we want to be healthy. We want to have healthy teeth. We want to have a healthy smile. We want to have confidence in our smiles. So just the quality of their work is number one. And then just everything else that they go above and beyond, making the patients feel so comfortable, so at ease. But it's just the way they make you feel is so relaxing. And also making sure that you're always knowledgeable. They just give you such great peace of mind throughout this whole process and so much information. And I think as a patient, just having access to that information, to that knowledge is important. I probably even cried a few times out of sheer happiness when I was talking to my doctor after my surgery, because I was just so happy. It's a life-changing type of procedure for me. It gave me back my confidence. And this process was just painless. Pain was my first fear, but it was painless. It was just truly a wonderful experience.